Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim and British MP Jeremy Corbyn are calling for justice and accountability in Gaza, warning that the current ceasefire is fragile and far from a real solution. Speaking at the Kuala Lumpur conference on a just and humane international order, Anwar said the ceasefire offers little security or dignity for Palestinians, stressing the need to rebuild Gaza and recognise their right to live freely on their land.
Now, with the latest fragile ceasefire in place in Sharm el-Sheikh, we are monitoring by the minute, there is a glimpse, faint but real, of peace. There's no plan for comprehensive peace, no guarantee of return to the Palestinians, and no clear categorical statement to guarantee the formation of an independent state of Palestine. We'll welcome, of course, the initiative, even if by President Donald Trump. But we must be honest enough to state that we do not want another pause between wars. We're dealing with Netanyahu and his cabinet, who made no pretensions. They're not going to honor that. So the ceasefire, as far as we are concerned, must be a doorway to rebuilding Gaza, to restoring dignity, and to recognizing the Palestinian right to live freely in their own land.
Anwar also joined delegates from across Asia, Africa and Latin America in urging for a stronger South-South cooperation.
Nations of the global South are rediscovering their voice. And this is something very reassuring. And is supported by many young students and youth and general public from the North. And again, I see these contradictions. You know, we were struggling and demonized or arrested under the International Security Act, we thought it just happening in this Asia, Africa, Latin America. But now, fortunately, Malaysia is much freer for students to demonstrate and say their piece than those in the UK and the United States.
British MP Jeremy Corbyn echoed Anwar's remarks, saying the Global South is going through a reawakening, while more people in the West are pushing back against systems that no longer represent them.
Prime Minister Anwar's call for a new order from the South speaks directly and powerfully to this reawakening. It's not a nostalgia for the past. It is a renewal of its promise to build a world where every nation and every person can live in dignity, free from domination. At the same time, and this is an interesting phenomenon, the same extraordinary thing is happening in the northern countries. People are rising against a system that does not represent them. In Italy, workers have gone on general strike for Palestine, refusing to be complicit in the genocide. In my own country, in Britain, hundreds of thousands have marched throughout London and every other city for peace, week in, week out, despite vilification from the last two governments. And now we have the absurdity of 1,500 people arrested on terrorism charges, many of them pensioners and people with disabilities, for simply holding signs up with 7 words on them saying, "I oppose genocide, I support Palestine action."